I'm going to start off every video by doing a dance of my torso. Will's here. Our production team has gotten a lot smaller, as you might have been able to tell from yesterday. 2 members of the family were not so helpful. So we decided we didn't really need to be in the living room, so we have moved into my Zen room. And Will is my official assistant yogi. So here we go. Let's see. I'll give everybody a couple minutes to get on. What? You want to see my face? Mm-hmm. Thank you for everybody for giving me a reason to shower today. Otherwise, I would be marinating in my own filth. So my kids thank you, probably. My husband, too. All right, well, let's just sit and wait for a second for everybody to arrive. Oh, make sure everybody can hear us. If there's any friends watching that have my phone number, since I think the chat feature is a little bit delayed, because yesterday I didn't see any other comments until after the fact. But if anybody's having trouble hearing me, somebody text me.
The camera was far away from you yesterday.
Hi, Jack. Say hi to Jack. Jack's on.
Hi.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started because I have a feeling a lot of people are just watching these later. But again, I just wanted to thank everybody for being here. I'm so happy to be putting this out there, but it also is a huge gift to me because it gives me a purpose, and having that right now is huge. I know for a lot of you who are working from home, be very grateful that you have a job and that you are able to contribute in that way. And for those of you who have already lost your jobs or worried about not being able to work, I don't know. I just encourage everybody to find something. I know that homeschooling right now is kind of become our purpose unintentionally. But find something that you can contribute or do every day, because having this has been a real gift for me. So all of that said, let's do some yoga. Hi, kids. Give your parents or your caregiver or whoever you are with right now a big hug and say thank you, thank you, thank you for taking care of me. Big squeeze. And thank you to my kids for being wonderful. Okay, let's do this. So everybody, let's start today lying on our bellies. So come to lying on your belly. Sweep off any dog hair that might be on your mat. Good. All right, so all the way down on your belly, and then you can just make a little pillow with your hands and turn your cheek to the side. Just want you to get still for a minute. So you can close your eyes, focus on your breath. Maybe notice the way that your belly presses into the ground when you inhale. Maybe notice how your body rises and falls. Oh, good. That was a good breath, Will. Good. So with your head turned to the side, breathe in deep through your nose. Really fill up. Let it out of your mouth. Do that 2 more times. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. 1 more time. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Good. Of course, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and our landscapers showed up today, so they are blowing the leaves outside of our house right now. So sorry if you hear that noise. Okay, so children, let's do this. So bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. We're going to start to just float up. So float your chest away and bring your hands up too. So you're holding your body up. Good. And then Will is going even farther and floating his toes off of the ground. Good. Lower down, lower down. Good job. Will's showing all the advanced options today. Okay, so we're gonna try that again. We're gonna float our chest and our hands and maybe our feet off the ground for locust or grasshopper pose. So we're gonna do a lot of animal themed poses today. But we would start with this guy. So really getting into your lower back there, lower down. Ooh. Good. You maybe rock your hips from side to side. That might feel good. If you don't know what your hips are, it's your booty, basically. Oh, good. There's the blower. Good. Okay, so let's float up one more time. Let's try that again. Float your chest and your hands and your feet and knock over water bottles. That's extra bonus points if you do that. Good. Couple more breaths. Lower down. Oh, good. All right. Okay, so from here, place your hands again just below your shoulders and press up. You might straighten your arms halfway or maybe all the way. We're going to come into cobra. Nice cobra.
Some of this hurts my back.
Okay, so if it hurts your back, then don't straighten your arms as much. So bend your arms a little bit and lower down. There you go. So you don't want to hurt your back. That's good. Listen to your body. Will, you are being an excellent helper today. So listen to your body. If it hurts, then lower down a little bit. Okay? And then I want to hear everybody do their best cobra sounds. You are in your own home. So little kids, let me have it. And big kids, if you think you're too cool for this, do it anyway. All right, so make your best hissing cobra sound. Hiss. Hiss. Good. Okay, we're going to come up to hands and knees, and then we're going to push back to child's pose. So if you guys were here yesterday, this is where your big toes touch behind you. So your big toes are going to kiss each other. Your knees are open out wide. You're going to sink your hips back and stretch your arms out in front of you. You can let your forehead rest on the ground. Just take a few breaths. Listen to the sound of the blower, gently sweeping the leaves out of our yard.
It's a nice sound.
Good. All right, so come up to hands and knees, our tabletop position. So your shoulders right over your wrists, your hips stacked right over your knees. Find your tabletop, and we're going to do a few cat and cow here. So we did these yesterday. Drop your belly low towards the mat and look up. Moo. And then do the opposite. You pull your spine up and the crown of your head, the top of your head reaches down. Hiss like an angry cat. Good. Moo. Hiss. Couple more times. Moo. Hiss. Good job. Okay, come back to sitting on your heels. We're gonna reach back for your right foot with your right hand. So take your right hand, find your right heel, and then you're gonna sit up onto your shins, and then you're gonna wave your other hand over your head, reaching towards the back of the room. So we're finding a half camel here. Good, so lift your hips up, press them forward to the front of your mat.
Looks like a camel.
Yeah, some of these, Will said it doesn't look like a camel. Some of these have interesting names that don't necessarily look like the poses. Okay, let's switch sides. So come back down, take your other hand, find your other foot, so the heel of your other foot, and then start to lift your hips up, your right arm reaching over your head to the back of the room. Good job, Lily. Whew. Good. Come back down. We're going to try to find full camel here. So this depends on how flexible your back is. Maybe you can grab both heels and lift your hips up, pressing them forward. If that is too hard for you, don't try to push it. Be careful of your back. You can put your hands on your hips, like on your back, on your lower back. So if you put your hands on your lower back and your elbows are pointing behind you, and then just lean your hips forward like that. Good. So opening up. Hi, Gustavo. Opening up the front side of your body. Good. Okay. Good job, buddy. All right, so come back to your tabletop position. We're going to find our way to downward facing dog. So take your toes, tuck them under, and you're going to straighten your legs, lifting your hips up. So this shape looks like an upside down V.
But it isn't.
This one does look like an upside down V, don't you think?
It does, but we're not a V.
Yeah. What do you think we are?
We're humans.
We are humans, that's true. Okay, so in your down dog, you might wiggle your bum a little bit, wiggle your tail, wagging the dog. So wag the tail of the dog, wiggle your hips side to side. Maybe you bend one knee and then bend the other one, taking your dog for a walk. Good, walking the dog. All right, from here, we're gonna walk our feet 1 footprint at a time, all the way to the top of the mat till you're in a forward fold. So legs are straight, forward fold. Well, as straight as you can. They don't have to be all the way straight. So if you can't dangle like this with your legs straight, just bend your knees a little bit. It doesn't matter how straight they are. That's why we do yoga, because it hurts. Good. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Ooh, the camera is cutting my head off. Hello. Can you guys see me? Okay. All right, so from the top of your mat, we're gonna do a few sun salutations. So we did these yesterday. It's just the same thing. We usually always do a sun salutation to warm our bodies up, okay? So we're just trying to build some heat in our muscles, get going. So we're gonna start in mountain pose. So mountain pose, super strong at the top of your mat. Make sure you can feel your whole feet on the mat. Feel all of your foot on the mat. Really feel that earth coming up and supporting you there. Strong mountains. Okay, from here, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bend at the waist, dive down. Inhale, step your feet back so you're at the top of a push-up, plank pose. So the very top of a push-up, your body is a straight line. And then exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, find your back bend, cobra, hiss. Exhale, tuck your toes under, find your downward facing dog. Good, so take about 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Really big, deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's get some of that stuck energy out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, and then walk or hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Good job, so straighten your legs, good. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center, mountain pose. Hi, Olive. Okay, let's do one more of those. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend at the waist, dive down. Inhale, find your plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, upward dog. I should have had a hair tie. Exhale, downward dog. Hi. Hi, silly girl. Are you going to do some yoga with us?
Yeah.
You are?
I need a mat.
You need a mat? Okay. Maybe Daddy can help you find a mat.
Actually, I don't need yoga mat. I've discovered
You don't?
yoga.
Okay. Good job. Maybe take off your socks. Okay. Hop or walk. Hop or walk to the top of your mat, forward fold.
That's what I said.
Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so we're gonna turn out to the side. So take a step out to the side. Yeah, you can face each other, that's good. So from here, yesterday we did star jumps. Today we're gonna take it a little bit deeper. So we're gonna start, Ollie, you need to come over here so people can see my legs, okay? There we go. Okay, so we're gonna turn our toes and knees out to the side and then bend both knees a lot so you're in Buddha squat. So it looks like this. You're gonna bend your knees as much as you can. So bring your hands to heart center, and then from here, we're gonna launch up to our star. Back down to our Buddha squat, up to our star. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Shoot your stars. Down, shoot up. Get there. Let it go. As big as you can. My eyes are burning. Oh. Keep going. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Okay. Take your legs out wide, baby. You gotta come here so that they can see. Take your legs out wide, forward fold in between your legs. There you go. Wide-legged fold. Ooh, maybe just side to side. Just mop the floor with your hair.
Well, I can't do that.
If you have short hair, just pretend. All right. That was really good, you guys. Okay. So actually, sorry, from your wide-legged fold, walk your hands over to the front of your mat. And we're gonna come into a lunge. So bend your front knee and then lower your back knee down to the ground. Olive, where am I gonna put you so people can see me? Because you're blocking the view. What if you go on the other side of Will?
But I want to go next to you.
I know, honey, but people can't see me.
Fine, I'll go right here.
Okay, you can go right there. Perfect. Okay, so drop your back knee down and then inch your back foot back. So you want to have a lot of space in between your front foot and your knee. Try switching legs, babe, so you have the same one in front. Put that one in front. Yep, there you go. That's good. Perfect. Okay, so balancing there on your back knee, reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Uh-oh, did you bonk? Oh no, come here. Can we give you a kiss? Oh, is that better? Okay, good. All right, everybody give a bonked head a kiss. Good, and then we're gonna bring our hands down inside of the foot. So we're coming into lizard lunge. So your back knee is still down. If you can, try to come down onto your elbows. And then again, this depends on how flexible you are. So if you can't get down to your elbows, then we just keep trying and maybe someday you can. Yep, you can do that. Stay up on your hands just like that. Oh, beautiful. That was beautiful. Good. Okay, come back up onto your hands. And then you can draw your back knee in a little bit closer. We're going to shift our hips back and straighten our front leg out. Come down to a half-seated split. So again, you might be up here. You're going to fold over your straight front leg. So wherever you are, you're up here, or maybe you're able to sit all the way down onto your heel. We're going to fold over that front leg. Whew. Take a few breaths. Good job. Whew, okay. Okay, start to crawl forward back to the top of your mat. We're gonna do pigeon pose. But before you parents drop right into sleeping pigeon, we're gonna do the active version first. So you're gonna take your front leg and drape it across your mat. So you're gonna take it to your shin. So put your foot towards the other side. There you go. And then try to, yep. So where your leg lands is gonna depend on your body and your bones. So it might be straight across like this, or your foot might be tucked in closer to your body. Probably for a lot of the kids, their foot is gonna be more kind of underneath their hips instead of out to the side.
Don't play up.
Hold on, Ollie. Please don't play those. Good. Okay, so with your right leg down, you can inch your left toes back, and then just keep your chest up. So this is pigeon or swan pose, depending on what style of yoga. It's okay, she's okay. And maybe you try taking your arms back, like they're wings. And maybe you fall, and that's okay. Good, okay, so if you've taken your arms back, now we're gonna move into sleeping pigeon. So fold over your right leg. Hey, Ollie, I need you to either do yoga with this or go out with Daddy, okay? I don't want you to play the bowls right now, please. You hear me? You can either do yoga with us or go out with Daddy. Olive. Olive. You can either do yoga with us or go out with Daddy. Everyone hold, please. Stay in your sleeping pigeon for a minute.
Fine. Fine. No.
Okay. Are you going to do yoga or are you going to go out with Daddy?
Me.
Okay. Are you going to do yoga or go out with Daddy?
Fine. Go out with Dada.
Great. Bye.
Bye.
Yay! Okay. Come up for your sleeping pigeon. And then you're going to bring your other leg around in front and take the front leg and put it behind you. So we're just switching sides here. So we're going to come back up into our lunge. So lunging into the other leg, make sure the other leg is in front. You're going to lower your back knee down. There you go, lower your knee down. Good, and then sweep your arms up. We're going to find your low crescent first. So your, excuse me, back knee on the ground, Lunging into your left knee, arms reaching up. Good job, bud. You're doing great. Whew, I'm sweating. All right, from here, bring both hands inside of your left foot. And then if you can, come down onto your elbows into your lizard lunge. So we didn't do this last time, but lizards don't really make sounds, right? And why do you think they call this lizard lunge? Do you know?
No.
I think it's because you're getting so low to the ground like a lizard. Don't you think? Okay, so I want to see everybody's best lizard tongues. Since lizards don't really make sound, show me your lizard tongues. Good. I wish I could see everybody right now. All right, come back up onto your hands, and now we're going to try that half split. So shift your hips back as you straighten your front leg, and then fold over your front leg.
I can't.
That's good, bud. You're doing great. Someone's messaging me. Good. All right, start to crawl your hands back to the top of your mat. And we're going to find our pigeon on this side. So lay your leg to this side. Your leg is draping across your body. There you go. Yep. And extend your other leg back. And then adjust however you need to. If your foot is up here, maybe it's back closer to your body. Do whatever feels right to you. And then try to make a really stable base here with your leg. See if you can reach your arms back for flying pigeon or flying swan or whatever you want this to be. Some kind of bird. Some very regal, majestic bird like a pigeon. They're very majestic. All right. Start to fold over. Put your pigeon to sleep. Hopefully not permanently. Let's just lay here for a minute and breathe. This side feels different to me without a 4-year-old. All right. Good, we're gonna come up. So swing your legs around to the front of your mat, coming to sitting on your bum, and we're gonna find boat pose. This is every parent's favorite. So you're gonna start to rock back and lift your feet up. You can use your hands for stability and then see if you can reach your hands up. So you might, yeah, that's awesome, good job, buddy. So maybe you need to keep your toes on the ground for stability. Maybe you need to keep your legs bent and hold on to the backs of your thighs, or maybe you can straighten your legs, still holding on. See if you can balance up here, stay up here. So if you come out, if you fall out, if your boat starts to stink and stink, try to bring it back up. Try to float your boat back up. See if you can come back up for a few more breaths. Come back up. We did. Will just reminded me we did this in the hospital when he was getting stitches last week. Yes, we did. Okay.
Last week.
Like a week and a half ago. Okay, roll down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're gonna rock side to side. Oh, just rock side to side. Give your knees a squeeze. And then start to rock forward and back. Forward and back. And see if you can rock all the way up to chair pose. So coming up onto your feet, both knees are bent a lot. So feet are together. Bring your feet together. Bring your, well, let's do it anyway. Bring your feet so they're touching your feet. There you go. Now bend your knees, reach up. There. Good job. Will doesn't like this one. A lot of adults don't like this one either. Okay, from here, we're gonna try eagle pose. So another bird, another majestic bird. So take your arms out to a T. You can do it. And take your right leg out to the side. You're gonna keep your left leg bent. Then you're gonna lift your right leg up and drape it over your left. Oh my gosh, so you're still sitting down in your chair, just on one leg this time, and then see if you can take your arms and give yourself a hug. Good, so give yourself a hug, and maybe if you wanna go a little bit further, you can try wrapping your arms the same way that your legs are wrapped. Good, okay, let it go, let it go. Whew, shake it off. Shake, do a little, she's a maniac, maniac. on the floor. No. He doesn't know that song. That's weird. Okay. So come back into your chair pose.
No.
Okay. Left leg up. I think there's a lot of people fighting me on this one. All right. Cross your left leg. So bring your arms out to a T and then give yourself a hug. You can stay right there, or maybe try doing an eagle wrap in your arms.
Hey, how do you wrap you?
So just keep your elbows together. There you go. And then wrap them toward, yeah, perfect. You got it. Good job. All right, let it go. Shake it out. Woo! Woo! All right. So we have time for, I'm gonna try to keep this on time. It's a novel thing for me. We have time for a couple balancing things. So we're gonna try to do tripod, which turns into tripod headstand.
No.
You don't wanna do it? I'll help you. So we're gonna start against the wall. And we're gonna use a pillow for their heads because we wanna make sure that we protect their heads and necks and support these little guys if they're not familiar with it. If you're familiar with tripod, go ahead and do it. But please be careful and make sure that you have pillows around or that you're on a soft surface.
You said that we could hold me with the headstand and we could
Yep.
pose.
Yeah, we're gonna do that one a different day. We have lots of days that we're gonna do this. Okay, so start by putting the pillow right up against the wall and then have them put their head on the pillow, or you, kids, if you're listening, put your head on the pillow really close to the wall. So the very top of your head is on the pillow. And then you wanna make sure that your hands are not right next to your head. So if your head is here, if your hands are here, you're gonna be really wobbly like this. You wanna make like 3 points of a triangle. So you want your head here to be 1 point, then your hand to be another point, and then your other hand to be a third point, so that you have a triangle shape that is very strong and stable. So once you get your hands in place, parents or big siblings, you can try to help them lift their hips up and start to put their knees on the backs of their triceps. So your arms are bent so that there's a platform on the backs of your arms. Good. So then if they have that tripod, you might be able to help them lift their hips up and then straighten your legs out, up the wall. There. So we get into a tripod headstand. So make sure that they're supported and you're holding them tight if they need it. How do you feel?
Good.
You ready to come down?
Yeah.
Okay. So gently, slowly come down. Bring your feet back down to the ground and roll out of it. Good. Woo. So give that a try, or if you already gave it a try, I'm going to show you one partner yoga thing that you can try too. So we're going to do a reverse stacked plank. So plank pose, if you remember, is the top of a push-up where you're like that. So the bigger person goes on the bottom. Whoever's bigger is the base. And then Will is going to take his hands, he's going to face away from me and put his hands somewhere on my legs. So depending on how tall they are, the taller the kid, the closer to your feet their hands want to be.
I don't remember this one.
You don't remember this one?
I do.
Okay. If there's a height difference, then have them walk their hands back a little bit so maybe they're more on your shins. Okay. And then I'm going to take one of Will's legs, one of his ankles in my hand, and the other ankle. And then you're going to straighten out and do, both people do a plank. Keep your arms straight. Keep your body straight. Keep everything straight. Ah, down we come. Good. All right. So that's a double stacking plank, I think. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. Maybe I just made that up. Okay. So if you guys are listening to one of my playlists that I created, we're going to move into our yin restorative section as we kind of wrap things up here. So come down to sitting on your bum. And then we're going to do a seated tree pose. So extend one leg straight. And then you're going to bend the other leg and let your knee fall open out to the side. So it's like the tree pose that we did yesterday. The sole of your foot lands somewhere on the inside of your other leg. And then sit up tall. Reach your arms up, fold forward over your straight leg.
Like,
Okay, did I finish what I was saying about the playlist? If you're listening to one of my
I
playlists,
think so.
go to the silent track and then start the next song after the silent track. That's the slower, kind of gentle music that we use for the stretching parts. Or keep on whatever music you have on. Do whatever floats your boat. Then roll back up. Straighten your bent leg. Pull the other leg in. Find your tree on the other side. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Good, roll up to sitting. You're gonna extend both legs long on the mat. Come down to lying down all the way on your back. You can bring your knees into your chest. We're gonna do a happy baby. So we did this yesterday too. I'll stop referring to yesterday because maybe a lot of you weren't there. You're gonna bend both knees and then reach up to grab the outside edges of your feet and that's all right. And rock side to side like a happy baby. Everybody's seen a baby do this, right?
Like a baby's birthday.
But do they only do it on their birthday?
That's what I said yesterday.
Yeah, that's what you said yesterday. Okay. Release your legs. We're going to come into our final posture, Shavasana. So laying down all the way on your back. I'm going to play the crystal bowls once you guys are in place. But lie down on your back. Close your eyes. Let your arms rest alongside your body. Notice if there's anywhere in your body where you feel tight or where you're kind of holding on to your muscles. Just try to let them go. Just relax your body as much as you can. Focus on your breath. So let yourself be here for these last few minutes of class. Don't rush off. This is an important part.
Playing the shambles.
Well, Shavasana is an important part of class. It's the time when all that work that we did, we just let that positive energy flow over us. So just lay and relax. Let your mind be calm. Let your body be calm.
start to gently move your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes.
And then make your way up to sitting at the top of your mat. You can cross your legs. Find a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment, think about something that you're grateful for. So something that makes you really happy, something you're thankful for. Just hold that thing in your mind. Be so grateful for whoever or whatever that is. Take a deep inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, bow forward, sealing your practice. Inhale, rise back up. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for being here. We will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock. I would love if you guys have favorite yoga positions, put them in the comments and I can build classes around what you guys like. If there's certain sections of class that you really like, especially the parts where I'm choking, I'll try to do more of that. But if there's things that you really like or things that you would like me to do or suggestions that you have, I'm doing all of this for you. So if you have comments, please let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see, and have a great week. We'll see you guys on Friday.